Hello students, come to revision of molecular basis of inheritance, that is genes. The lesson starts with which chemical act as genetic material. Which chemical act as genetic material? As we know, there are a variety of biomolecules. Okay, cell has variety of biomolecules. Cell is made up of variety of chemicals. They are some organic as well as inorganic, and we have discussed the biomolecule lesson and a variety of chemical compositions, their proportion, their role, their types, how they are working within a cell, okay, how they are replicating, okay, how they are interrelated, like DNA prepare RNA, RNA prepare proteins, proteins act as enzyme, enzyme catalyzes other metabolic reactions within the cell. So all that chemistry we have discussed in lesson biomolecule. Now we are focusing on mainly that which chemical among the all act as genetic material, right? So genetic material, when scientists started thinking about which chemical act as genetic material, the first thing they did is they enlisted the properties of genetic material. So what are the properties of genetic material? कौन सा केमिकल जेनेटिक मटेरियल बोल के काम कर सकता है, इसके बारे में सबसे पहले साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने काम किया. तो उन्होंने जेनेटिक मटेरियल के प्रॉपर्टीज लिखे. सबसे पहली प्रॉपर्टी, इट कैन रेप्लिकेट सो दैट इट कैन ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम वन जनरेशन टू नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. वो रेप्लिकेट होना चाहिए तो मम्मा सेल से बेबी सेल की तरफ इक्वली डिवाइड होगा. मियोसिस है तो रिडक्शन डिविजन से डिवाइड होगा. लेकिन मियोसिस रहे माइटोसिस रहे, जेनेटिक मटेरियल हमेशा डबल अप होता है एंड देन इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 50% 50% or 100% 100%, right? So 2n converted to 4n and they divided into 2n 2n, or 2n converted to 4n and it is divided into n. Mitosis as well as meiosis. You know that the genetic material always double up in S phase of interphase of every cell cycle. It may be mitosis, it may be meiosis, it may be even a mitosis. तो सबसे बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी है कि जेनेटिक मटेरियल ने डेवलप होना चाहिए, खुद की रेप्लिका बनानी है. देन वन सेल टू नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, वन जनरेशन टू नेक्स्ट जनरेशन ट्रांसफर होना चाहिए. प्रॉपर्टी नंबर 3, it should explain the variation. What are variation? Differences within the members of same species. And it should explain the diversity, that is differences between the members of different species. Along with that, it should have ability to explain mutation. देखिए अब यहाँ पे हमने क्रिटिकल बात क्या की कि एक स्पीसीज में वेरिएशन है लेकिन ह्यूमन बीइंग का बेबी ह्यूमन बीइंग ही है. सो जेनेटिक मटेरियल पे अगर लिखा है दिस ऑर्गेनिज्म इज ह्यूमन बीइंग, सो द सेम जेनेटिक मटेरियल ट्रांसफर टू नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. दैट्स व्हाई द बेबी इज ऑलवेज ह्यूमन बीइंग, बट इट इज नॉट एग्जैक्ट कॉपी. So it should undergo variation within an extent so that species can perpetuate, but it should explain diversity so that this diversity can be maintained. Okay, so we wrote 5 properties of genetic material: can replicate, transfer to next generation, explain variation as well as diversity, and it is capable to undergo mutation. Mutation is sudden abrupt heritable change. Once we enlisted these properties of genetic material, one of the things which was like fixed in scientist mind is diversity. It should explain diversity. So जो chemical diversity explain करता है वो खुद diverse होना ही चाहिए. So when we analyze variety of cells, variety of chemicals present in a cell, we find out that proteins are most diverse chemical. Right? So scientists were behind that protein should be the genetic material, but they were focusing mainly 5 chemicals. Which chemical act as genetic material? ये criteria में they were focusing 5 chemicals. Which are they? DNA, RNA, protein, then carbohydrates. Right? So they were highlighting these chemicals. Which chemical act as genetic material? DNA, RNA, carbohydrates, proteins and lipids. That is fast. So these are the main 5 types of chemical, organic chemical present in a cell. So scientists are now digging out that which chemical act as a genetic material. For that, the first experiment is conducted. A logical experiment was conducted by Griffith. Okay, so go through the diagram, Griffith experiment, and solve his problem. See, Griffith experiment, जो मैंने अभी आपको क्वेश्चन पूछे थे, एक्सप्लेनेशन देख लेते हैं, then we'll solve. Griffith used living agent mice and Diplococcus pneumonia. There are two types of strains, that is subspecies of Diplococcus pneumonia. One is R strain and other is S strain. S stand for smooth walled colonies. जब आप S strain वाले बैक्टीरिया को पेट्री प्लेट पे ग्रो करते हो, एक बैक्टीरिया डिवाइड होके एक बैक्टीरियल कॉलोनी बनाता है. वो बैक्टीरियल कॉलोनी की साइड की वॉल स्मूथ है, so that is smooth S type. रफ R, that is जो बैक्टीरिया R स्ट्रेन का है उसकी बैक्टीरियल कॉलोनी आउटर मार्जिन स्मूथ नहीं, वेवी है, रफ मार्जिन. फिर मैंने आपको एक सिंपल सी बात जुगाड़ू बोली थी कि S says yes to everything. What is that? Ability to cause disease? Yes. Gene of pathogenicity? Yes. Then capsule formation? Yes. Okay. So S strain has a smooth bacterial colonies margin. It has ability to cause disease because it has gene for pathogenicity. It has genetic material on which it is written how to cause disease to the mice. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is a respiratory tract infection, and this bacteria is capsulated. So there are two strains. What was done by Griffith? He took living S strain and injected in mice body. Okay, अब देखो ये कुछ बैक्टीरिया माइस के बॉडी में गए, माइस के इम्यून सिस्टम ने उसको मारने की कोशिश की, लेकिन आपने बहुत ज्यादा बैक्टीरियल सॉल्यूशन बैक्टीरिया लिविंग बैक्टीरिया इंजेक्ट किए थे. वो बैक्टीरिया इम्यून सिस्टम को सक्सीड कर गए. आपकी इम्यून सिस्टम, माइस की इम्यून सिस्टम कोलैप्स हो गई. बैक्टीरिया जो डिजीज कॉजिंग क्षमता रखता है, द बैक्टीरिया विच हैज एबिलिटी टू कॉज डिजीज मल्टीप्लाई इन द माइस बॉडी and all together cause respiratory tract infection and the mice is dead. Okay, same experiment you did. You took living R type, injected in mice body, but the bacteria which is injected in mice body doesn't know how to cause disease. So obviously it go multiply in the mice body, but it cannot cause disease and the mice were living. Right? See, now what is that? This bacteria S type is taken, they are hit killed. Means the bacteria which knows how to cause disease is killed, injected in mice body. Now it cannot multiply because hit killed bacteria are injected. So obviously as they can't multiply, they cannot disease and the mice is alive. Right? Now the last interesting experiment is mixture of dead hit killed S type with living R type are injected in mice body. अब देखो R type living disease cause नहीं कर सकता था, S type डेड डिजीज कॉज नहीं कर सकता था. तो ये दोनों मिक्सचर अगर माइस के बॉडी में डाले जाए तो माइस ने मरना नहीं चाहिए. बट व्हाट वाज ऑब्जर्व्ड दैट माइस इज डेड. सो व्हाट्स द कंक्लूजन ऑफ द एक्सपेरिमेंट? दैट सम इंफॉर्मेशन कैरिंग केमिकल, दैट इज जेनेटिक मटेरियल which knows how to cause disease, is transferred from dead S strain bacteria to living, and living bacteria permanently become living R bacteria permanently become S type. They grow, reproduce in mice body, cause a disease, and the mice were dead. Here is the question again. See, we discussed Griffith experiment. Prior to that, I have given you this question. Now you have recollected everything regarding Griffith experiment. Go through the question and answer it. Yes, your answer should be the third one, that is R type plus DNA of S type will give you transformed cell. It will give you transformed cell, right? So this is what is the answer of the question. Very correct. समझ रहे हो? So such questions can be framed on the basis of Griffith experiment. See, this is Avery MacLeod McCarthy's experiment. which is modified version of Griffith experiment. अब ग्रिफिथ ने सजेस्ट किया कि डीएनए जेनेटिक मटेरियल होना चाहिए. He used the word transforming principle. Okay, as we said, the bacteria which has ability to cause disease has a genetic material because of which it can cause disease, and that genetic material is transferred from dead S type to living R type, and the living R type which cannot cause disease are permanent change that is transformed to form S type, and all those R type which are transformed to S type are now causing infection to the mice, and mice was dead. So Griffith suggested that transforming principle was or should be DNA. But people scientific world were not ready to accept it. And as I said, protein are having variety, diversity. So protein were suggested or expected to be the genetic material. So as to continue this, Avery MacLeod McCarty, ये क्लियर करने के लिए ये एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन कंटिन्यू किया Avery MacLeod McCarty ने. They use the same thing. See here, mice, S type and R type. All these test tubes are containing different enzymes, right? So you are having a very nice representation in your classwork. What we did is that, see here we can, it is written S strain extract, means Diplococcus pneumonia का S strain लिया, right? वो strain में से सब chemicals, okay, strain का बैक्टीरिया का एक्सट्रैक्ट बाहर निकाला, और वो एक्सट्रैक्ट ये टेस्ट ट्यूब में फिल किया. ये टेस्ट ट्यूब में ऑलरेडी कुछ एंजाइम रखे हैं. See, this is a polysaccharide destroying enzyme, amylase, right? Lipid destroying enzyme, lipase. RNA destroying enzyme, RNase. Protein destroying enzyme, protease. And the last one, DNA destroying enzyme, that is DNase. So you took S strain bacteria, obtain extract, means it contains all the chemical. What are those chemical? Expected genetic material, carbohydrate, fats, proteins, DNA, RNA. That extract is added in this respective test tube. Now when all the chemicals are added, and here the enzyme destroy only polysaccharide, okay, so यहाँ पे जो आपने extract डाला उसमें polysaccharide destroy हो गया, और वो पॉलीसेक्राइड डिस्ट्रॉय किया हुआ बच्चे वाला जो एक्टिव केमिकल्स थे वो माइस के बॉडी में इंजेक्ट किए. माइस वाज डेड. मींस व्हेन पॉलीसेक्राइड आर डिस्ट्रॉयड स्टिल द माइस इज बीन किल्ड. मींस पॉलीसेक्राइड इज नॉट द जेनेटिक मटेरियल. व्हेन लिपिड्स आर डिस्ट्रॉयड स्टिल द माइस इज डेड. मींस लिपिड्स आर नॉट जेनेटिक मटेरियल. व्हेन RNAs are destroyed and mice is dead, though RNA is not genetic material. When proteins are destroyed because you added bacterial extract in the test tube contain protease enzyme, proteins are destroyed, and the chemical remaining part is injected in mice body, mice was dead. And lastly, when that extract is treated with DNA and DNA is destroyed, the mice was alive, means it was not having any infection, right? And no live strains from this living mice. Whatever blood sample was collected, it was not containing living S type, but rather than all this जो मर गए थे, okay, इनके blood में से, उनके dead body में से living S type of bacteria recover हुए थे. So this experiment clearly indicates जब पॉलीसैकेराइड रिपिड RNA प्रोटीन को डिस्ट्रॉय किया गया, फिर भी माइस को इन्फेक्शन हुआ और माइस के बॉडी में से लिविंग एस टाइप बैक्टीरिया मिले. मतलब जब डीएनए एक्टिव था तो ये चारों सिचुएशन में एक्टिव डीएनए ने आर टाइप को एस टाइप में कन्वर्ट किया, राइट? एस टाइप में एस टाइप का डीएनए यहाँ पे काम करने वाला फंक्शनल था. सो बैक्टीरिया वाज डेड. बट व्हेन इन द लास्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट S types bacteria's DNA is destroyed, then infection is not produced and there are no S type of bacteria grown in the mice body and mice was alive. So this experiment proved that the genetic material should be DNA, but still scientific world was not ready to accept it. So Hershey-Chase conducted one more experiment. Let us go for that. This is Hershey-Chase experiment of transduction. यहाँ पे 3 शब्द हमने ध्यान में रखने हैं: ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, ट्रांसफिक्शन एंड ट्रांसडक्शन. Transformation is permanent change. As we said, leaving R type, when uptake the transforming principle from the S type, the R type is permanently changed to S type. So permanent change, heritable change. R type ने S type का genetic material, disease causing ability वाला genetic material उठा लिया और R type bacteria हमेशा के लिए S type में बदलाव हो गया. So those S type are now themselves they are S type. Okay, बाबा बैक्टीरिया is S type, बच्चे बैक्टीरिया S type, याद है ना? So total वो S type बन गए तो हमेशा के लिए बन गए. That is transformation. So when permanent change occur in a prokaryotic cell, it is called transformation. Instead of bacteria, if you cause permanent change in a eukaryotic cell, then it is called transfection. Right? It happens because the cell is uptaking the genetic material naturally or not with the help of viruses. अगर ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन परमानेंट चेंज वायरस व्हीकल वेक्टर यूज करके हुआ तो उसको हम बोलेंगे ट्रांसडक्शन. सो रिमेंबर, ग्रिफिथ एवेरी मैक्लियोड मैकार्टीज एक्सपेरिमेंट is transduction and Hershey-Chase experiment is transduction. Wait a second. Griffith, Avery, MacLeod, McCarthy's experiment are transformation and Avery, MacLeod, McCarthy's experiment is transduction. Okay, when the carrier of genetic material is vector, vehicle, virus, then it is transduction. When there is no carrier involved, virus like, then it is transformation. So 3 शब्द: ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, ट्रांसफिक्शन, ट्रांसडक्शन. इसमें हमेशा जेनेटिक मटेरियल एक सेल से दूसरे सेल की तरफ जाता है, इसलिए परमानेंट चेंज आता है. सो एवेरी, मैक्लियोड, मैकार्टे ने वही सेम ग्रिफिथ का एक्सपेरिमेंट फॉलो किया, बस एंजाइम यूज करके कुछ केमिकल को नॉन फंक्शनल कर दिया एंड देन दे फाइंड आउट दैट विच केमिकल इज फंक्शनल. Hershey-Chase used viruses. Now you know lytic cycle of virus. This is a virus which is an obligate parasite. It recognizes its own host, get attached, introduces its genetic material to host body. Now the host machinery is under control of the viral genetic material. होस्ट का खुद का जेनेटिक मटेरियल डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया लेकिन सेल जिंदा है. नाउ ये पूरा सेल वायरस के जेनेटिक मटेरियल के लिए काम करेगा और वायरस में दिए वाले इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉलो करके वायरस का रिप्रोडक्शन करेगा. दिस इज लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द वायरस, लाइटिक साइकिल. This cycle was better used for experimentation by Hershey-Chase. What he did? He took 2 types of viruses. See, this one red, this one black. Okay, virus you know are having two types of chemical in its body. Its outer structure is protein and the genetic material is DNA. Okay, inside the cell it is having DNA and the protein. So virus are made up of 2 types of chemical, protein and DNA. वहीं पे तो कंफ्यूजन था कि जेनेटिक मटेरियल प्रोटीन है कि डीएनए है, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ दे यूज 2 type of viruses. In one type, the sulfur is added in the protein. So all that protein part, red colored, is having radioactive labeled protein, and this one black virus has red DNA which is having labeled phosphate. So it is having labeled sulfur, that is S35, and labeled protein, that is P32. Okay, so they grow 2 type of viruses on different media. लेबोरेटरी में पेट्री प्लेट ली, पेट्री प्लेट पे वायरस का होस्ट रखा, वो होस्ट पे वायरस ग्रो करे. ये मीडिया पे उन्होंने S35 डाला और ये वायरस के लिए उन्हें मीडिया में P32 डाला, वायरस ग्रो किए. Now this virus is having labeled S35 in protein and this virus has labeled P35 in its genetic material. Now both viruses are infecting the bacteria E. coli, which is this bacteria Escherichia coli. So first step, when virus get attached to the host, it's called infection. Then the virus introduces its genetic material inside the host cell. The step is called blending. And then the part of the virus which is kept outside is called host. It will remain in the media, which is called supernunt. Okay, getting the experiment? Two type of viruses infecting two different bacteria. Okay, genetic material will enter in the cell and the outer body which will remain in the supernunt. तो हमको सिंपल एक बात देखनी है, कौन सा केमिकल सेल के अंदर गया. जो केमिकल सेल के अंदर आ जाएगा वही ट्रांसडक्शन कॉज करेगा, परमानेंट चेंज लाएगा. राइट. सो हियर यू हैव द केमिकल एंटर्ड इन द bacterial cell and in the supernunt. So see, no sulfur detected within the cell, right? And sulfur detected in the supernunt means मीडिया में S35 मिला लेकिन सेल के अंदर S35 वाला प्रोटीन नहीं मिला, मतलब प्रोटीन जेनेटिक मटेरियल नहीं है. यहाँ पे सेल के अंदर फॉस्फोरस डिटेक्टेड इन द सेल, P32 वाला डीएनए सेल के अंदर ई कोलाई के अंदर मिला लेकिन प्रोटीन सेल के बाहर मिला. So this bacteria was transformed and this is not. So obviously the chemical which entered in the cell is genetic material and in the cell what you harvest, आपको सेल के अंदर P32 मिला और सुपरनंट में कोई भी नहीं मिला. So this experiment clearly indicates that the genetic material is P32 containing chemical, that is DNA. See, this diagram of Hershey-Chase transduction flowchart will help you to explain the things very nicely. See, this is a conical flask in which the purple color supernunt media is kept and in this chemical reaction is happening. What chemical reaction? In the conical flask, E. coli bacteria is kept and two viruses, one with labeled protein and other with normal DNA, normal protein is kept. Now these bacteria are infected by the viruses. Some chemical will enter within the cell and some chemicals will remain outside the cell, that is in the supernunt. So what is taken here is the red virus containing S35, that is protein containing S35 is with the red virus and this black virus is without any radioactive chemical. In the beaker, this virus will infect the bacteria. After some time, the supernunt is centrifuged and you get two parts. After centrifugation, you get the purple color which is floating upside and the grayish color, it is settled down like a precipitate. That supernunt which is upper part is containing red viruses, means they are containing S35 in these viruses. And in the precipitate, you are getting a bacteria and in the bacteria, what you are getting is normal DNA with no radioactive chemical. So what this experiment indicates? That within the bacterial cell, no radioactive chemical, no protein is obtained. Hence, that radioactive containing chemical is not the genetic material and that is radioactive containing chemical protein is present in the supernunt. See, same set of experiment done in a reverse direction. The DNA contains P32. It is heavy, right? And the normal protein. So again, this is a conical flask containing green media in which this chemical reaction occur. This is a virus infected by this is a bacteria infected by two viruses, one with normal protein and other with P32 type of DNA. DNA contains deoxyribose sugar, nitrogen base and phosphate. That phosphate is P32. Right? Now, chemical reaction will occur, virus will infect the bacteria. After some time, the media is centrifuged. Again, you get two fragments. The grayish color supernunt without any radioactive chemical and the green colored precipitate like structure which contain bacteria, and in the bacterial cell you get radioactive P32, means radioactive DNA, which is part of this bacterial cell. Right? So this experiment clearly indicates that the genetic material is going within the cell, and then only it can cause transformation as well as transduction. So it is now very clear that DNA is the genetic material. See now, it is proved that DNA is the genetic material, and DNA, its structure, the chemicals present in it, everything matters a lot. So scientists started thinking about studying the genetic material. See, this is helically coiled double-stranded DNA. Okay, एक लाइन मैंने आपको लिख के दी थी. Nucleic acids are of two types, DNA, RNA, and double-stranded DNA is the genetic material in all cells, that is prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Only variation with reference to genetic material is found in viruses. Viruses may be having double-stranded DNA, single-stranded DNA, double-stranded RNA, single-stranded RNA. You have discussed in last year biological classification with examples. Right? So, double-stranded DNA is the genetic material of all cells. Prokaryotes have double-stranded circular DNA, eukaryotes have double-stranded linear DNA, and this is a part of a DNA shown in magnification. See, this is one strand, this is other strand. It is coiled like spiral ladder of water tank. It is coiled around imaginary axis. यहाँ पे आपको कहीं पे भी axis नजर नहीं आ रहा है, right? This red colored structure is backbone. अगर coiling निकाल दिया तो ये इस प्रकार से दिखेगा. It is like a ladder, right? It is coiled around itself as well as around the imaginary axis. So these red two ribbons are backbone which are anti-parallel to each other. Why anti-parallel? Because its orientation is different. See, it is 3' end, this is 5' end. What is this? We'll discuss, right? So these are backbone, and two backbones are connected to each other by rungs, and rungs are made up of nitrogen base pair. Rungs are made up of nitrogen base pair. Nitrogen bases are of mainly two types, purines and pyrimidines. Purines are again of two types, adenine, guanine. Pyrimidines are thymine and cytosine in DNA, and in RNA, thymine is replaced by uracil. So if you consider entire nucleic acid, then it consists of 5 types of nitrogen bases: adenine, guanine, thymine or uracil, and cytosine. Okay, and this is how it is spirally coiled molecule which is acting as genetic material. Let us study in detail. See now, these are the different chemicals present in nucleic acid DNA. Okay, see, this pentagonal structure is deoxyribose sugar. It is a pentagonal ring. Here oxygen, this is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth, and the fifth carbon is outside the ring. This fifth carbon is representing the 5' end of this deoxyribose sugar, and this third carbon is representing 3' end. Because the deoxyribose sugar is having orientation, ऊपर से देखेंगे तो 5' end, नीचे से देखेंगे तो 3' carbon दिखेगा. So because the deoxyribose sugar has orientation, the total DNA as well as nucleotide has orientation. So this is first chemical, deoxyribose sugar, which is a 5C sugar, pentose sugar, right? It is having this carbon attached to hydrogen only. Okay, अगर ये ribose sugar होता था तो यहाँ पे भी oxygen होता था. So here it would have been OH group. Okay, यहाँ का एक oxygen चला गया है. So ribose sugar में sugar और deoxyribose sugar को अगर हम compare करते हैं तो राइबोज शुगर से एक ऑक्सीजन डीऑक्सीराइबोज में कम है. So you know chemical formula of ribose sugar, C5H10O5, right? So O5 की जगह यहाँ पे O4 आएगा. So it is called deoxyribose sugar. ये yellow structure. Right? Now, to the first carbon attached is nitrogen base, and to the fifth carbon attached is H3PO4. To the fifth carbon attached here, H3PO4, a phosphate group. So see, one deoxyribose sugar plus nitrogen base plus phosphate is making up a nucleic acid. Okay, so making up a nucleotide. Nucleotides are connected to each other to form nucleic acid DNA. Okay, so this is one nucleotide. This nucleotide also have this 3' end as well as 5' end. Okay, see, in the nucleic acid, if you remove phosphate, then it is a nucleoside. Look at this. This is a deoxyribose sugar. Sorry, this is a ribose sugar. You can compare. Sorry, this is a deoxyribose sugar. देखो तो कंपेयर करो. मेरे सॉरी से आप कंफ्यूज नहीं रहेंगे. कंपेयर करो ये और ये शुगर को कंपेयर करो. अभी मैंने आपको बोला था यहाँ पे देखना है. फर्स्ट कार्बन, सेकंड कार्बन को देखो. सेकंड कार्बन यहाँ पे OH अटैच है, यहाँ पे H अटैच है. सो इफ यू कंपेयर दीज टू, this sugar has one oxygen less, so it is deoxyribose sugar, and this has here one oxygen more, so it is ribose sugar. Okay, so this is a deoxyribose sugar, this is a ribose sugar. Both are 5C pentagonal, only one oxygen is different, right? Now, this first carbon is attached to nitrogen base. Here also first carbon is attached to nitrogen base. Here nitrogen base is uracil, which is presence of uracil is characteristic feature of RNA. Then fifth carbon is attached to phosphate, लेकिन यहाँ पे fifth carbon attach नहीं किया है, तो sugar plus nitrogen base make up only nucleoside. तो आपके पास formula है. What is the formula? Nucleotide is equal to 1 sugar plus 1 phosphate plus 1 nitrogen base, and nucleotide minus phosphate is nucleoside. तो आपके आंखों के सामने टोटल नाइट्रोजन बेसिस, उनकी अटैचमेंट और न्यूक्लियोटाइड का स्ट्रक्चर है. इन द लेसन बायोमोलिक्यूल यू हैव स्टडीड दैट हियर न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स, इट्स मोनोमर इज न्यूक्लियोटाइड, and in DNA nucleotides are of 4 types. It is deoxyadenilic acid when the nitrogen base is adenine. Then it is deoxyguanidinic acid when it is nitrogen base is guanine. Okay, and respectively cytidinic acid and thymidinic acid. So DNA has 4 types of nucleotides. If we are talking about RNA, again it is having 4 types of nucleic acid: adenilic acid, uridinic acid, guanidinic acid, and cytidinic acid. Okay, so guanosine nucleotide, adenine nucleotide, thymine nucleotide, then cytosine nucleotide, ऐसे भी बोला जा सकता है. या फॉस्फोरिक एसिड जब अटैच है तो हम उसको एसिड के फॉर्म में बोलेंगे. बराबर. ओके, यहाँ पे और एक शब्द आप जानते हो. इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अ न्यूक्लियोसाइड and the nitrogen base is adenine, then it will be adenosine. Okay, if nitrogen base is uracil, it will be uridine. So ये जो नाम है ये हमको थोड़े ध्यान में रखने हैं. Nucleotide is equal to 1 sugar plus 1 phosphate plus 1 nitrogen base. Nucleoside is equal to sugar plus nitrogen base. Nucleotide minus phosphate is nucleoside. Obviously there are 4 types of nucleotide, 4 types of nucleosides in DNA as well as RNA. When we are talking about entire genetic material, DNA plus RNA, there are 5 types of nucleotides and 5 types of nucleosides. See now, within a nucleotide as well as nucleoside, the proper attachment. Okay, as I mentioned, carbon number. This is adenine, deoxyribose sugar and phosphate. Deoxyribose first carbon, it attached to the 9th nitrogen of double ringed adenine, and adenine is a type of purine. So you know purines are double ring structure, they are adenine and guanine, right? Okay, so if I am talking about here uracil, which is a representative of pyrimidine. Pyrimidenes are single ring. They are of three types. It is thymine or uracil and cytosine. Right? Okay, so देखो अब when we are saying that this is a pyrimidine uracil, it's single ring structure and single ring का first nitrogen is attached to first carbon. Okay, अब ये सब सिलेबस में है क्या? हाँ, ये स्ट्रक्चर एनसीईआरटी वालों ने वहां पे आपको क्लियरली मेंशन किया है in the lesson biomolecule. So what we discussed just now is there in syllabus. See now, just now we discussed structure of nucleotide and nucleoside. Now here are the differences. Here are the differences. Nucleoside के नीचे nucleoside लिखा है, nucleotide, nucleotide. See, it is slightly basic in reaction because phosphoric acid is absent. Okay, you know formula. Nucleoside is equal to nitrogen base plus sugar. Nucleotide is equal to 1 sugar, 1 nitrogen base, 1 phosphate. So because of presence of phosphoric acid, nucleotide is acidic. It is slightly basic. Nucleoside is formed by combination of pentose sugar, right? Combination given. Here also same thing. Now the attachment. First carbon of sugar is attached to nitrogen base to form glycosidal bond. First carbon is attached to nitrogen base. This bond is glycosidal bond. And sugar phosphate bond is absent because phosphate is absent. Right? Okay. So this is what? First carbon is attached to third nitrogen of pyrimidine and ninth nitrogen of purine. Right? So ये हमको ध्यान में रखना है. Okay. Now see. It is phosphate is attached to fifth carbon of sugar by phosphodiester bond and sugar phosphate bond. Okay, यहाँ पे अब आपको sugar phosphate bond भी मिलेगा और ये first carbon is attached to ninth nitrogen. Okay, ये point भी अब हम देखते हैं. In next point, they have written the types. Nucleosides are in RNA are adenosine, guanosine, cytidine, uridine. And in DNA, there are also 4 types. ऊपर के तो सब है ही, बस यूरिडीन की जगह deoxythymidine present रहेगा. And here they have given examples of nucleotides: adenylate acid AMP, guanidinic acid GMP, cytidinic acid CMP, uridylic acid UMP, and same thing with respect to DNA. See this point, as the structures are clearly given in NCERT biomolecule as well as your everyday chemistry. This is the lesson in chemistry. There you deal with entire these biomolecules also. So ये वैसे syllabus में hidden form में है तो ध्यान में रखो. Pyrimidines are single ring structure. They are 6 members single ring. Nitrogen base are present at first and third position. Purines are double ringed nitrogen bases. You know, adenine, guanine. 1 pyrimidine ring with 2 nitrogen and 4 carbon. Second pyrimidine ring is with 2 nitrogen and 3 carbon. So ये पूरे structural form में आपके साथ है. So ये आप word form में भी ध्यान रखेंगे जरूर. Now see how all these nucleotides are arranged to form a double-stranded DNA. Okay. So here are the 5 nitrogen bases which are found. Total 5 nitrogen bases, but these are the 4 nitrogen bases found in RNA, and these are the 4 nitrogen bases found in DNA. So ये है DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, ये है RNA, ribonucleic acid. अब DNA RNA का structure similar जाता है. Only thing is that DNA are double-stranded and RNAs are single-stranded. DNA consists of thymine, RNA consists of uracil. Otherwise, the structures are similar. Right? See, this gray or this black ribbon is backbone, which is made up of sugar, phosphate alternately present. Okay, here sugar, phosphate. To the sugar, the nitrogen base is attached by glycosidal linkage, and phosphate is used for the formation of bond with the next nucleotide present in it. The two strands are connected to each other by complementary nitrogen base pair, and this total colorful structure is called the rung. Right? Now, the double-stranded DNA is like spiral ladder of water tank, and this is single-stranded RNA. Okay, ये दोनों स्ट्रक्चर अच्छे से देख लो. DNA and RNA में differences हमने लिखे हैं. We'll discuss those differences in detail. See this diagram again, giving you all dimensions. These dimensions and calculations are very much needed to solve the problem based on DNA structure. Right? See, this is double-stranded DNA. This depth is major groove and this one is minor groove. So when it is coiled, the minor major groove alternate with each other. Two strands are coiled with each other as well as they are coiled with imaginary axis. Right? Now, the distance between two successive major groove or minor groove. So I can start from here to here, or I can start from minor groove to minor groove, right? So this total two successive major groove or minor groove, इसको बोलेंगे one pitch, and that pitch consists of 10 rungs. So 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So यहाँ से यहाँ तक 10 rungs. So see, 10 rungs is equal to 34 Armstrong unit, 3.4 nanometer. So the distance between two successive rungs will be 0.34 nanometer or 34 Armstrong unit. Width of DNA is 20 Armstrong unit. This DNA, which is studied by Watson and Crick by X-ray crystallography, they used Chargaff rule, Chargaff studies, as well as Maurice Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin. This scientist contribution was used by Watson and Crick to give DNA structure, and the structure studied by Watson and Crick was B type of DNA. So there are different types of DNA as A, B, C, D and Z type of DNA. So these are related to dimension. ये dimension के अनुसार हमने बहुत सारे calculation solve किए हैं. Please refer your classwork. See this structure nicely. यहाँ पे आपको हर चीज पता चलेगी. Okay, so this DNA you have seen. This one ribbon coiled with other strand we say, right? So this is one strand, other strand. अब strand में क्या क्या आएगा? ये PS sugar phosphate alternately prepared जो है, this is a backbone. ये backbone के sugar को देखो यहाँ पे backbone के sugar को यहाँ पे nitrogen base cytosine attach है, right? ये backbone के sugar को यहाँ पे nitrogen base attach, right? So see, this nitrogen base adenine is attached to thymine, which is complementary base pairing. You know, purine always pair with pyrimidine, adenine pair with thymine, guanine pair with cytosine. So see, this one यहाँ से यहाँ तक एक total strand of DNA, यहाँ से यहाँ तक दूसरा strand of DNA. This is backbone, nitrogen base, backbone, nitrogen base. Nitrogen base यहाँ से यहाँ तक ये पूरा, this will be ये total यहाँ से यहाँ तक, this will be a rung. बराबर. अब इतने पार्ट को अगर हम एक्सपांड करके देखते हैं, so this total is that ribbon, as I said, backbone, which is made up of sugar, phosphate alternately present. This is another ribbon wherein phosphate sugar alternately present. Look at the orientation of this sugar. Okay, here this sugar molecule deoxyribose, oxygen is upward, fifth carbon is upward, and the open hydroxyl 3' end is open. तो हम इसको नीचे से देखेंगे तो हमको ये 3' end का hydroxyl group दिखाई देगा. So this is called 3' end. अगर ये strand का ऊपर से end देखेंगे तो ये fifth carbon है, right? Fifth carbon हमको ऊपर से दिखाई देगा. So it will be 5' end. It is 3' end. This is 3:5 oriented one strand. Okay, so sugar is attached. This sugar is attached to nitrogen base from first carbon to respective nitrogen base का attachment हमने जो अभी देख लिया, right? Okay, अब ये strand का ये nitrogen base है, ये one sugar one phosphate nitrogen base, this constitute one nucleotide. It's complementary nucleotide. Orientation is opposite. इसका 5' end ऊपर है तो इसका शुगर का 5' end नीचे है, so this is 5' end. So complementary nucleotides are oppositely oriented. Okay, here adenine will pair with thymine. Adenine oriented 3:5. Then thymine will be oriented 5:3. Okay, so this will make up the rung. So these are sugar, phosphate, nitrogen based nucleotide. यहाँ से यहाँ तक पूरा ये एक strand है, वो दूसरा strand है. So two strands are anti-parallel because of opposite orientation. Strands unit is nucleotide. Nucleotides are of 4 types. So DNA has many nucleotides. See, many nucleotides. So it is polynucleotide. Different types. So it is heteropolymer. It is double-stranded, oppositely oriented. So it is anti-parallel. Right? Two strands are connected to each other by hydrogen bond. Between adenine, guanine, there are 2 hydrogen bonds, and between cytosine, thymine, okay, it is ATGC. Adenine, thymine, 2. GC के बीच में 3 hydrogen bond रहेंगे. Okay, so hydrogen bonds are weak, but they are many in number, which gives the stability as well as it helps for replication. मतलब replication के वक्त एक hydrogen bond helicase यहाँ से तोड़ता जाएगा. So breaking one single hydrogen bond is simple, but there are so many hydrogen bonds present in a DNA, it gives stability as well as breaking is easy during separation of 2 strands. ये दोनों strands separate होंगे, helicase ये hydrogen bond तोड़ता जाएगा. बराबर? The bond between sugar and nitrogen base is glycosidal. Sugar and its own phosphate, एक ही nucleotide के 2 phosphate जो है, ये sugar phosphate bond. ये एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड दूसरे न्यूक्लियोटाइड का जुड़ा है. दिस इज फॉस्फोडाइस्टर बॉन्ड. अंडरस्टूड? सो दीज आर द टोटल स्ट्रक्चर रिलेटेड पॉइंट्स. दिस इज पैकेजिंग ऑफ डीएनए. इन अ यूकैरियोटिक सेल, डीएनए इज स्पेसिफिकली एंड precisely called in a specific manner so as to form chromosome. Okay. So see the coiling stages. This is helically coiled double-stranded molecule with 20 Armstrong unit, that is 2 nanometer diameter. This double-stranded DNA is coiled in such a form. Okay, so this is a highly magnified view, wherein this red balls are histone octamer. So look at this histone octamer red ball around which DNA is coiled. Okay. So हिस्टोन ऑक्टामर पे डीएनए कॉइल होता है. हम इसको हमेशा बोलते थे कि फुटबॉल पे टेलीफोन का वायर कॉइल हो गया है. राइट? सो ऑन द हिस्टोन द डीएनए इज कॉइल्ड. द कॉइलिंग आर 1 full and 3/4, and when it is coiled for support and packaging, this yellow colored structure is present, which is H1 histone. So this is red color octamer. Around the octamer, DNA is coiled, which is called core DNA. Core DNA is packed on the histone core with H1 protein, and this nucleosome bed is connected to each other by linker DNA. Linker plus core DNA is total consisting of 200 nitrogen bases. We'll discuss this in detail. So DNA coiled around the histone octamer. This thread is called nucleosome fiber, and its diameter is around 110 nanometer, 110 Armstrong unit. This nucleosome fiber is further coiled in such a way that one circle consists of 8 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This much length of DNA will coil in one loop, and this coiled structure is a solenoid fiber, which is a 300 nanometer, that is 30 nanometer, that is 300 Armstrong unit width. DNA 20 Armstrong unit, nucleosome fiber 110 Armstrong unit, solenoid 300 Armstrong unit. Further it coiled to form chromatin fiber, and it is further coiled to become shortest, thickest structure called chromosome. Chromatid has width of 700 nanometer and chromosome are the shortest structure which are formed in metaphase. As all of you know that this packaging of DNA occurs in prophase of cell division. You know the cell cycle G1S, G2, pro, meta, and telo. Right. In S phase, DNA replicates, and after that, in prophase, it goes on coiling. So, in prophase, DNA will be in partly coiled stage, nucleosome to chromatin, and ultimately, at the end of prophase and in early metaphase, it is shortest, thickest to form highly condensed structure made up of DNA, histone, non-histone, RNA, and protein. That structure is called chromosome. So this is coiling packaging of DNA. See, this is structure of nucleosome and nucleosome fiber. Here, the nucleosome is clearly shown by a spherical structure. It is having 8 balls of purple color around which the green colored DNA is wrapped, and this octamer of histone around which this DNA is coiled is called nucleosome DNA, or it is called core DNA. This one outward, core DNA के बाहर का is linker DNA, and this one which is present is the H1 histone. This total structure is making up the nucleosome fiber. अब calculation देखते हैं. Here the octamer of histone is having the core DNA which is made up of 146 base pairs, and next to that, see, 146 base pairs core DNA. Histone core proteins are of 8. They are of 4 types: H2A, H2B, H3, H4, 2 each. Octamer consists of 4 types of histone, 2 each. H1 protein is not a part of nucleosome, but it is outside this, and total count of histone will be like this. So these are 8 of 4 types plus 1, that is total histone per nucleosome number will be 9 and types will be 5. So calculation में अगर ये बात पूछी जाती है तो हमको ध्यान में रखना है कि कोर डीएनए, ये याद रखेंगे, कोर डीएनए 146 का है. Core DNA is made up of 146 base pairs, right? And total linker plus core is made up of 200 nucleotide base pair. So ये calculation हम ध्यान में रखेंगे. See now how nucleosome fiber is formed. Around the core, histone core, the DNA of 146 base pair is coiled in one full turn and other turn is 3/4. Core DNA's turn are 1/3 and this coiling is wrapped or sealed by H1 histone. This is how one nucleosome fiber's unit is there and is called chromatosome. Few chromatosomes, okay, here 3 are shown, connected to each other to form nucleosome fiber, that is bead on sting structure. This is how it is formed. And now further coiling. This nucleosome fiber is coiled in this way so that one turn consists of 6 nucleosomes. This coiled structure is a solenoid. nucleosome fiber coiled to form solenoid fiber. Solenoid fiber is further coiled to form chromatin fiber, and chromatin fiber ultimately coiled to form chromosome. So this is how DNA in eukaryotes is perfectly coiled for its own protection. Just get the word oligonucleosome. Oligo word you know in chemistry. So solenoid fiber के लिए oligonucleosome ये शब्द भी बोला जा सकता है because it is consisting of 6 nucleosomes. Oligo literally means it is number count 3 to 11. So ये 6 in number है, तो इसको oligonucleosome भी बोल सकते हैं, जो oligonucleosome रिपीटेडली प्रेजेंट होके सोलेनॉइड फाइबर बनाएंगे.